Alrighty. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 246. We're reviewing episodes 13 and 16 of Fiveman. I was hoping to get to this last night, but it just got a little late, so I decided to watch them today. So basically, here's what we have for these episodes. In 13 is basically where the monster of the episode wants to freeze the planet, obviously. And has its weakness is music, which that's quite strange. Yes, as for why this like music, I have no idea. Oh yeah, and also this comes right after they had found out that the Fiveman got a brand new weapon, the Earth Cannon, which the Galactic Emperor has decided to punish them. So like, okay, let's just basically have where come a new plan and it's freezing the planet. Like, okay, interesting idea. But the whole, and of course, apparently, so the music. One of the henchmen of the group. What is her name? I think she's the Fang of the organization. I think it's Galactic Fang Ziza. She basically goes and how should I put this? She actually stops them. She destroys the instruments. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is unintentionally a five yellow episode. Yes, because apparently she's been teaching us like quite behind her brother's backs. Brother's back didn't tell anybody, and apparently they had no problem with this. Not. I think that they should keep it secret, but I think that they probably didn't have a problem with her doing this. It's fine. I'm sure she probably get some money out of it. So it is definitely an interesting episode. I do like it, and in the case of by the way, the name of the episode is called Do Re Mi Fight. Next is the Cute Liar. This one basically is a Five Black episode. Yes, where we have this little girl. She's kind of the focus of this topic. Is also his episode too, where she claims to know the Fiveman. Claims she's friends with it, like, oh, and Houston, of course, she knows the bases, and that apparently gets the attention of the monster of the episode, who's kind of like a bat creature. Like, it leads to a possible location, a lake. Nope. And of course, then just by sheer coincidence, Five Black is there fishing. Excuse me. Yeah, it's quite strange though. Like, he's here randomly fishing. Saves the girl, brings her back to the magma base, which makes the first time they've ever brought anybody to the base at all at this point, which is interesting. Because normally they would not bring people to the base at this point. This is only episode 14 of the series. We have somebody come to the base and she looks around. She even takes one of the Zords out for a brief joyride, which I thought that was interesting. A little girl takes one for a joyride. Of course, she leads to a possible place of bases, and no. Then of course, basically she's saved by the Fiveman, and of course, like, oh yeah, you're gonna do this with your friends, and then like. You must be lying again, because she's been a liar all along. And of course, then here comes the Fiveman. Yeah, of course, that part probably was recent stuff, but I thought this episode was actually pretty good. But in the case 15, this one is a straight up Five Red episode, where him and Captain Gore basically start off the episode where you have them basically in a junkyard, where just by sheer coincidence, the flower the Ascendant flower, that's the name of the flower, which last in this flower ever appeared in the series was back in episode 1 of Fiveman. So at this point, it's been 14 episodes since it last appeared. Yeah, it was a flashback to it, so that was quite cool. They have Captain Gara coming in basically for a fight, and of course he kind of loses, but not killed per se, though he's injured. So then, of course, the Emperor decides to turn the flower into a monster. Yes. So, yeah. I thought it was an interesting idea. And, of course, you have Gigaru fighting. It looked like Five Red. But nope, it's not Five Red. It's actually Five Blue he's fighting. So, it sounded like he was originally not supposed to leave, but he's allowed to leave anyways because he's not Five Red. And, of course, they fight. And it managed to hit him. And when he managed to land a blow on him, because apparently his thing is more technique than power. This is pointed out by Arthur. And this proved to be successful because he was able to wound him in the same spot he shot when he was a kid 20 years prior to his 20 years, like when they did that flashback in 1970. I'm like, wow. And of course, they merge the monster. That doesn't exactly like possess and just basically just wrap it on the monster. And of course, he slice the flower, destroy the robots, and that's the episode. It's a really good episode. Like, wow, what a damn good episode. But in the case of the last episode I watched, this was basically called Hungry Hero, where the whole plot of this episode, the monster tries to eat up all the planet's food. Yep. And apparently he drank all the villain's food, like Balban's sake. So send him on the Earth, and eventually he's found out thanks to a little kid who apparently is a student of Remy. Like, that's interesting. Which makes us unintentionally another Remy episode. Like, wow. We have 2 episodes in this batch, basically, I'm watching, where you have 5 yellow episodes. Wow, that's quite cool. We have 2 5 yellow, a 5 black, and a 5 red. Like, that's quite cool. I really like the fact that, because normally the Yellow Ranger does not get a lot of focus episodes in these shows. Not really. In the case of, let's say, something like Maskman, for example, which I think was the first one to have where on the helmet. I forgot. I just noticed when I was watching it because I remember also Maskman did the same thing too with this. What they have for the pink one, they have these little weird ear things, and they have sort of earrings attached to them, and it's only for the female Rangers. You don't see this for Changeman per se. No, the first one I ever saw was Maskman, and here they are again. Like, okay, quite interesting. And of course, basically like where like nobody can see this monster because he moves so fast. And then this little kid takes pictures of this thing, and of course nobody believes it's a monster. The Remy sees like, oh, this is definitely a monster, and they of course you able to take a picture of the thing and get actual thing. It looks like, oh, you're the culprit, and of course like, so you're the one to take a picture. Like, wow, and of course they apparently have 5 men feed the monster, and of course the boy was going to photography. By the way, the camera he's using was actually his grandpa's camera, which I thought was quite interesting. But this is a surprise, though, for this batch. 4 really good episodes. I didn't expect this. No bad episodes batch so far. You would think the food episode would be bad, but it's actually not that bad. Yep, so yeah, that's that particular video. Next episode of Comic Corner, and then it's right back to Fiveman. Okay, next video. Bye.